My name is Saphyre, and today I'm excited to introduce 3 books aimed at those who aren't very eager to read, but this might change your mind. The first book I would like to introduce you to is The Series of Unfortunate Events. In this book, it follows 3 siblings. Violet, the eldest sister. Once she ties her hair up, you know that she's going to invent something amazing. Klaus, the only brother and the middle child, is a walking library of knowledge. And Sunny, their little sister, even though she's still a baby, she can chew through anything with her massive teeth and is sometimes used as a stapler. At the beginning of the series, these 3 siblings don't start off as orphans. Together they go to the beach to enjoy their time, but suddenly Mr. Poe, a banker with a very bad throat problem apparently, approaches them and lets them know that their parents have just suddenly died and they are now orphaned. Through a series of very unfortunate events, these now orphans are passed through different trials and tribulations as they are confronted with their newfound enemy, Count Olaf, who seems to be behind a lot of the problems that are occurring in their lives. Through this series, these 3 orphans work together to put the mysteries of what happened and what's going to happen in their future together. Together, they face Count Olaf and his mysterious goons. And as the series continues, they find a mysterious secret organization known as the VFD. And they have to figure out, what is the secret organization? Why is Count Olaf so desperately after their inheritance money? And what happened to their parents? And then the final question, the biggest question of all, what's going to happen next? What's so great about this series is not only is it an absorbing read, it draws you in, but you can also listen to the audiobook read by Tim Curry, an amazing actor, but an even better narrator of this story. And he is so great in telling it. So sometimes you might be too busy to actually sit and read a book. You have to also read books for school and class, but listening to these books on the go while you're doing something else, chores, anything, makes it so much more entertaining. There's the Netflix series, there's a movie, but these books are so much better than anything you can just watch. It's definitely worth your time. The next book I would like to introduce to you, that I'm very excited to introduce, is the manga Ouran High School Hosts Club. Now, this is a very popular series that was quickly made into an anime, and you can watch it also on Netflix. Now, although the story is similar to the anime, it's still quite different, and it's definitely worth the read. This story follows Haruhi Fujioka, who, through their own intelligence, receives an amazing scholarship at a very prestigious high school. In this high school, though, there are many affluential, rich, wealthy students, all grandiose, both in their excess wealth and personalities. Now, Fujioka has kept her time at her high school just keeping to herself, paying attention to her studies. But through something that was completely an accident, she is now indebted to some of the richest and most elite male students of her school that happen to be part of a host club at Ouran High School. What makes this book series different than the actual anime is the depth of the characters. It's cute, it's fun, the adventures they go on are so endearing, and the characters themselves have more depth than is ever explained in the TV show. The manga really ties together the relationships, the backgrounds, what sets each person apart, but also what brings them together. There's so much more than what meets the eye. For Tamaki's relationship with Haruhi, you get to actually see what happens next, which is never explained in the TV show. So not only is it worth the read, it will definitely draw you in. It's a wonderfully light read, but it's so much fun too. It's something that you can put down for a little while, but pick back up and go right back into the stories. I definitely recommend Or on High School Host Club to someone who is looking for a cute and endearing story, something that will brighten their day. This is definitely it. The last and final book I would love to introduce to a little bit of our unwilling readers is something that will absolutely absorb you. This is for those that like the dark, the mysterious, the thrillers. They're fun to watch, but it's an even better to read book. This book just came out at the end of February this year, 2023. So it's a very new book, and I have read it. My teen has read it, and I know you'll want to read it too. It's based on a TikTok YouTube influencer, Paisley, who gets an opportunity to go to this island amusement park run by a billionaire, not unlike our own Elon Musk. He's extremely rich and wealthy, opening businesses left and right, and he opens this amusement park resort on an island in the middle of nowhere for only the extremely rich and wealthy to be able to afford to attend. And her, along with 5 other influencers, get to go to this island to experience it first. Paisley and the 5 other social influencers get a first chance look at what this island has to offer, but it's a little bit more than it seems. When they first arrive, they realize it's not just a resort amusement park. It's not like Disney World. It's not like anything they've ever seen before. It's creepy. Everything is dark. There are gargoyles. Everything is set in stone and dark wood. It's in the middle of nowhere, and they are deserted, and everything is out to scare them. And that's part of the charm. They are there to see everything scary and report it to their audiences. But it starts to take a turn for the worse. They might have gone there for more than what they bargained for. At the beginning of the story, Paisley's parents didn't want her to go because she's an underage social influencer, and they won't be able to be there to protect her if in case something happens while she's in the middle of nowhere. Well, they might have been right, because things start to get a little bit dark on this island in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by thriller rides and other dark and mysterious things. So, if you're not so much into reading, but you do like dark and mysterious stories, this might be the one for you. It definitely takes a turn for the worse for a lot of people in this story, but it's a good whodunit. Will you be able to figure out what's going on? Will Paisley be able to figure out what's going on before it's too late for her? You'll have to read to find out more. Thank you for coming to my book talk. Hopefully these recommendations are great for the readers out there that want to read, but they are finding troubles being drawn in to a book or to a series. These are nice, fun, light reads that you can't just put down. They draw you in, making you want more. Some of these stories are endearing. Some have a bit of mystery. Some have a little bit of murder. But for each story, you'll definitely find that you'll just be gliding through the pages, wanting to find out what happens next. And soon, you'll have read that book. You're no longer adamantly against reading, and hopefully that draws you into other books and other series. Thank you for watching. Bye!